Yes, I've been asked to tell you a very short story about what's going on in France, or about the animation I'm conducting. So I hope it is going to be interesting for you. I'll try to be short so we can discuss and maybe share with you your experience in your countries. Before I start, I'm going to say a few words to introduce myself and my organization. So I'm a forest engineer working as a European project officer at CNPF. And CNPF, so the National Center for Private Forest, it's a national public body in charge of the development of French private forests. And it's important to know that in France, 75% of the forest is privately owned. Therefore, CNPF is at the intersection between the public authorities and the professional bodies for privately owned forests. And through its regional delegations, CNPF has three main missions, which are: the first one is to guide the management of private forests by drawing up the codes of good silvicultural practices and increase the number of forest management plans. And secondly, we give advice and training towards forest owners, managers, and technicians. We also carry out studies and experiments on the forests, and then valorize the results among owners and training and informing them. By training and informing them, sorry. Our last mission is also to group private owners and their management, since private forests are very fragmented in France and maybe in your country as well. So maybe we can talk about this a very important difficulty we met. Many actions are turned towards wood mobilization and animation of the private property. So that being said, to come back to our subject, to the EIP program, I should say that CNPF is very involved in this EIP dynamic, I would say, since the beginning, since 2014. And we've been a lot supported by the rural network to promote the forest sector in this program. So I've been asked to tell you about a national animation of the EIP project on forestry that we, CNPF, are conducting in collaboration with two other forest partners, ECOFOR and IEFC, which are more research oriented. This animation is initiated and funded by the National Rural Network via the European Agricultural Funds for Rural Development and also the Ministry of Agriculture. It's important to know that there is a similar animation in agriculture on animal husbandry. So basically, the Rural Network has funded this animation, has funded two animations, one in forest sector and the other one in agriculture. And the objective of this animation is to valorize and share with all the French forest stakeholders the results of the most relevant EIP projects on forestry during the period of 2014 and 2020. So in order to do this, we study projects at the French regional level through the different operational groups. And CNPF is involved in most of them, almost all of them. It's about 15 operational groups on forestry. And also at the European level, under the Horizon 2020, with the multi-actor project and other thematic networks. And also CNPF is involved in two of them, like Incredible, which was so EIP-AGRI 2020 project about the valorization of non-wood forest products around the Mediterranean area, and also another project, Rosewood 4.0. Basically, this work program is to list all of these EIP projects, because there are many, on forestry, and to select the one about forestry only, and identify the most relevant project for our national and regional forest issues. So it's very French oriented, but it's to gather the results that could be useful for our regional issues. And then we will realize the communication actions, like the addition of fact sheets to share the main information about this project. We'll make short videos to promote this project. We'll organize regional workshops and national webinars to share all these results with the stakeholders. And to finish, to conclude, we hope this animation will help actors develop new projects, as we will build some synergies between these operational groups in France, and maybe after this meeting with other operational groups in Europe. But also we hope to convince regional authorities to support more and more forest EIP projects. So that's all I can say about this